All right. Top right of ley lines. It is our Terran player. It's our guy. You know him. It's Cure.
And in the bottom left, it is Creator. With a nice early probe scout.
Joel Ming says Creator's been looking good recently. I concur. He's looking good. I mean, again, Shin knocked him out of DreamHack, but Shim did that to a lot of people.
Yeah, no shame in that.
He made it to the semifinals. He was one of the top 4 people there. Yeah, he's nuts. He makes Ultras look good against Terran, which is hard to do. Of him. But no Ultralisks here. Still going to have those ghosts anyway. EMPs instead of snipes. We did get a snipe in that last game.
Yeah, we did.
I think probably just taking out a High Templar.
Or no, sorry, I thought you said, I thought you said we did get a snipe in the last game.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, okay, pardon me.
Yeah.
Nexus going on up for Creator after the Cybercore. Now, we did have that excitement of the match which Kier opened up with 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. We'll see if he goes for something similar.
What do you think? Adept attacking a pylon or Reaper attacking a pylon for the most useless thing you can do?
I think probably an Adept. Like, Reapers have a very high attack speed, at least.
They do. Adepts hit a little bit harder, but, like, do no damage to buildings.
I don't know. That would be an interesting question.
Yeah, what kills a pylon first? An Adept or a Reaper just firing at it nonstop? Phoenix says, Reaper attacking a Nexus is more useless. Good call, man.
I need to try 5-Rex Reapering again in TVP. It's been too long.
What? Madman. How do you have that idea come into your head?
Because that's how I first got to Platinum League when I started playing Starcraft for the first time. And it just worked so well. TVT, 5-Rex Reaper. TVZ, 5-Rex Reaper.
And then it stopped working, and you're like, "Aw."
Yeah, I have a distinct memory of some guy being like, "Dude, this is Diamond League. You can't do that anymore." And I'm like, "What? I have to learn how to play the game?"
That's how this works. Boo. That was me Baneling busting every TVZ till Diamond. And then they started scouting it and just like super hard walling, and I was like, "Ah."
Well, Zerg's like you are the reason why Terrans have to learn how to throw down walls in a panic.
Like double walls, yeah. Like they started walling off with like extra barracks behind the supply depots. It was awesome. Nice blink dodge. Oh, medevac dies. This is over.
This drop went on for so long, though.
And it did. A lot of denied mining time there, certainly.
We've got a Banshee follow-up. No cloak. Oh, 3 Stalkers moving out could find this.
No, not at all.
There is a robo and an observer out, so it's not like Creator would have been totally screwed if there was Cloak anyway. He is using the observer for vision on the other side of the map. The Banshee or a second Banshee and tank will potentially get something done, but now we see the first Banshee go on in, forces a recall.
Damn. 3 kills too, awesome.
Yeah, the energy loss from the recall and 3 probes is pretty darn good for the Terran. Now that Banshee got a little too greedy. Good scan to kill the observer.
Yeah, still nice to not have to scan for it, but, you know, got to get rid of it one way or the other.
Yep. As a Protoss, when someone kills that observer, it's just like turning out the lights. You're like, what?
Mm-mm.
I can't see. Triple tank move out. Very far forward. I wonder if he's going to try and bait Creator. Oh, he does. Gets a Stalker for his efforts. Nicely done.
Fantastic.
And yeah, it's like Creator just didn't watch the previous series, and that Psystorm was a pretty good way to open, because he is saying, nope, I don't need Psystorm. He's just going for mass charge lots and blink. Which means there won't be a great answer for the ridiculous amount of bio that Kier has.
No, where's your splash damage, man? You gotta have something. You've got options. Options. There's all single target damage here. I don't know what that Banshee's trying to do. Maybe distract a little bit, because the attack is happening over on this side.
Oh, no,
yeah,
stim!
You just kite this thing. What? What? No, bad. What is... He's not getting any splash damage. He's just trying to win this thing with charge lots.
Yeah, that doesn't work, I don't think.
No, that's not a viable... Ooh, there we go. Robotics Bay, but is it too late?
Creator, what you doing there, guy?
I mean, he's not dead. I thought he would be dead by now. I really did.
I mean, yeah, like, that robo is so late, though. Supply blocked, building 5 pylons. Does bait out a Widow Mine successfully. Kier does just go home. And now that is a darn impressive amount of Zealots that Creator has.
I mean, sure, but some Widow Mines, a little bit of Stim, a little bit of Kite, all those Zealots die. Not that he has any Widow Mines, mind you. I thought he did. He did. They're gone now.
Kier moves on in. Sees his opponent does not have a 4th base. At least to the north, and it's just getting established on the east.
And he's Colossus with extended thermal lance. Big drop swinging down the left side here, though. Enough single target damage in position to chase that away, though. Jolming says, Creator always marches to the beat of his own drum. This is not weird. It's fine. He's doing great.
Okay, and somehow he does survive to having Colossus out. Psystorm on the way. Vikings are being produced by Kier, so he is getting ready to face the Colossus. I mean, Creator may be looking to pull a fast one here, as he does have those bullets, known as High Templar, loaded into that prism and ready to fire. Marauder gets deleted. The Terran scans, sees the Protoss army.
Yeah, sees the 2 Colossus, says, where's your third one, sir? Warp Prism.
Colossus always come in threes.
Yeah, they're supposed to. Disruptor production beginning.
Cure does have a 4th command center on the way. The way that he's playing this out really speaks to his confidence about late game PvT against Creator. Which is probably a fair thing to do, because we've definitely seen Creator throw a few games in the late game in the past.
True facts. Yeah, this is great. Great setup here. Turrets preempting the landing of that third base, expanding up the left side. Creator Zealots coming over. They're going to get annihilated. Like, there's no reason to come in here at all. Nothing dies? Cool. All right. Good scout, I guess.
It's the thing. You kind of got to do things in twos. Otherwise, your opponent will just easily deflect any aggression. Planetary on the way for Cure. I do like that. If Cure double planetaries a base at some point in this series, I'll be so happy.
How many mortals do you need for this?
It's gonna be the meta at some point, I swear. Stalker's walking around, but Kier has kind of outpositioned Creator as he rolls up to the Toss's 4th base. Creator's parked at his 5th. His Prism takes damage. A Viking eats a round of... or a Colossus eats a round of Viking shots, pardon me, as the Terran gets a nice start to this fight, threatening both the 4th and the 5th base. EMP hits the Prism, which does have to unload the High Templar for their safety. Nice Psystorm does hit a lot of the bio there.
Just eating the whole of it. That whole storm got nom-nommed by those guys.
Yeah, Creator's still afraid of this, though.
Yeah, Nexus down. Then he decides to engage here. He's got a little bit more room to do it. Zealots on the backside trying to prevent the retreat a little bit, but Cure just kind of walks through the whole thing. Manages to get out of there after killing 18 probes and a Nexus. While he's got a 4th base of his own, he's feeling all right.
Creator...
Nice EMP, too. Oh.
Creator's building 2 Prisms and 5 High Templar at a time, so...
Oh my god.
I'm not sure. That definitely is something. I mean, as he is trying to threaten Cure, he's got to be careful. We saw Classic get punished hard after overextending in the previous series. Archon's reinforcing is nice. The Protoss does fall back, as Creator will just accept that he's going to have to play from a position that he took a bit of damage in.
We'll take it.
The Protoss may catch the Terran out of position this time as Cure moves towards his 5th base attempt, leaving Creator the opportunity to move into the Terran's natural. This could be really promising for the Protoss. Stalkers do volley down a couple Vikings at the start of this fight. A starport is going to die as well. Disruptors can zone this army out. Decent connections going off as 2, 3 disruptors, 4 disruptors. Oh! That is a beautiful connection. Kier had some forces coming from the left, but he really lost a lot to those disruptors.
Yeah, man, they don't one-shot Marauders anymore, but they do a lot of damage nevertheless. Yeah, look at this. Blinking in, trying to pick off some medevacs, going after SCVs, while Cure seems distracted by the Zealots in his natural base. There's a bunch of Creator's army just kind of hanging out down here to the south as well. He's like, wait, are you not responding to this? Really? Okay. Yeah, Disruptor's zoning him back in. He could kill everybody on that 3rd base and the 4th base. I guess that's a planetary, but... Yeah, dude, 107.85 army supply. It's looking tough for Cure right now.
Creator seemed a little bit in disbelief there that that went so well for him, but it really did.
He was expecting some kind of huge counterattack, a big flank attack or something, and it never came.
Yeah.
And that's it. we're done. GG, game 1. Wow.
Cure maybe kicking himself there for how nonchalant he was in that game. Like, he was researching Caduceus reactor, which is not an upgrade you see.
Caduceus reactor. No, it's not, because it makes no sense.
Yeah. He's now trying to get out Liberators to frantically hold on, but he may be kicking himself thinking, like, I threw this game. He just allowed too many Disruptors to connect. He's trying to split now, but his army supply is tiny compared to his opponent. The Protoss is knocking on the door, and GG gets called. That was probably a very begrudgingly typed GG by Cure.
Cure went from feeling perfectly in control to GGing in about 60 seconds there. That is tough. Yeah, you're right. The Disruptor shots were too strong. He just didn't have enough. And that first engagement went so well. Like you said, Creator was surprised. He was surprised by what had happened there. And, you know, didn't quite jump on it, didn't pounce on the advantage he had because he didn't know he had it quite yet. That was nuts. Yeah, as Day9 once said, Joel Mang, just go kill him. If your opponent's doing something weird, just go kill him. It's exactly what happened. So it looks like we're going to go Cure's map pick here. We'll get that up. Laughing Games has the lobby ready to go. Always professionally ready with that.
Thank you.
Hop on into Last Fantasy for game number 2 here. Yo, looks like we need a bit of a pause here from Creator. So happy Saturday, happy Sunday, most of the people watching this. Like for me in Laughing Games, it is still Saturday, but
it is, yes.
For like everybody else, I'm pretty sure it's basically Sunday by now. So hope you're enjoying some StarCraft here. Great stuff, great lineup for sure. Kind of disappointed in Rogue, but like I said, he's not quite back up to where he needs to be, or we expect him to be. Hopefully he'll get there soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely have him back at some point, along with all these guys. They're all just so fun to watch in these cups. Like, it's great. We've been doing this for quite a while now, and we have just, like, the players know the routine, we know the routine. Players don't necessarily always show up on time. Like, I had to call Kier this morning, but after I gave him a call, he showed up.
Yeah, we've had a 100% rival rate for the last few months.
Yeah, it's knock on wood. We don't want to jinx that, but
there you go.
Yeah, the StarCraft scene is very mature in this day and age.
Not like when it was kids 10 years ago.
Well,
these darn 14-year-olds not showing up to their events.
It's true.
Maru wasn't right showing up to things. How old were these dudes?
Well, Classic's
StarCraft
like
2 came out.
Classic's old, and he's pushing 30, so he would have been like 15. I think he was a Brood War player though too, so like
Creator's 28. So yeah, he would have been 18 when StarCraft 2 came out. Or no, it's been 15 years. I can't do math.
Well, Creator was like 18, I think, when he won a world championship, or maybe 17 or something.
Holy smokes, really?
Yeah, he won like the very first iteration of BlizzCon. He won $100,000 at that thing. He's been chasing that high ever since.
Where's this?
Okay, maybe it wasn't 100,000. It was 40,000, pardon me. And he came second. My mistake. He did win a Codes, or... Yeah, he won the Korea Nationals. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, so that was $10,000. And then, yeah, $40,000 making it to the finals against Parting in the 2012, what they call the Battle.net World Championship, which is hilarious.
Yeah, if we look at the bracket of that tournament, who do we got that's still playing? Hero and Creator.
And look at these names. Idra, Sen, Suppy. I haven't seen Suppy's name in a long time. Scarlet's here. Scarlet is here.
Oh, cool. Special is there too. He was major back in that day, but very cool.
So cool. So, yeah, commentated by Apollo, Artosis, Axeltos, Axlov, Day9, Kaelaris. Oh man, Mr. Bitter, Rotterdam, Tasteless. What a rundown.
If you guys ever want to blast from the past, go and look at, browse Team Liquid. Click on players' profiles. Like, there's so much information. You can literally look at a tournament and be like, hey, someone won $50,000 this weekend. That must have been cool.
Totally was. If you want another blast from the past, go watch the VODs for early GSLs. The play is so bad. It is terrible compared to today, but it's kind of adorable. So if you want to appreciate how far the game has come, go to YouTube and search like Starcraft GSL Season 2 or something, like 2013, and you will have a blast.
I have never done that. I can't bring myself to do it because I know how painful it'll be.
I do it sometimes.
I should do it at some point.
Yeah, there is so much two-base stuff. Like, getting a third base is impossible back then.
Yeah. Yeah, SC2 is just a fine wine at this point. Like, it's going to be good. And I honestly think it's probably, like, the way that the scene's playing out is, like, probably the best way. Like, it's been gradually shrinking over the years and stuff, but, like, the players who, I was talking about this earlier, the players who really enjoy the game and are very professional are sticking with it and they'll love it. Whereas, like, a lot of the players who are just in it for, well, easier money and stuff like that are gone away. So,
True facts.
all right, 3-spawn map in the upper, in the north, I guess it's Creator.
And in the bottom left here, it's Cure. All right, let's see what Cure does. How are we going to mix this up? Not take massive disruptor shots right to the face. Step 1.
Yep, that would probably... Kier should write a sticky note, put it on his computer monitor, and say, dodge disruptors. Because he just, like, it's so rare that we see a Terran lose a game like that anyway. Like, Kier just needed to handle that engagement better.
True facts. That's Cure, though. Like, sometimes he wins GSLs and looks like an absolute monster, and sometimes it's like, what are you doing?
He was so overconfident in that game, I think. Like, he just waltzed...
That's a different problem.
Like, he waltzed over to Creator's base, he killed the 4th, killed tons of probes on the 5th, and was like, oh yeah, this is great. I guess I'll go back and research Caudaleus Reactor. And then he got rightfully punished for it. And, like, we even saw Creator with, like, the little bit of indecision after that fight, because he's like, I honestly, it's that Plankton meme from SpongeBob. He's like, I honestly didn't think I'd get this far.
Right, that's exactly what it was. That is so funny. Ugh. Yeah, it's very rare you see a player at this level just have that level of indecision.
Mm-hmm. But it still worked out for him, so. Reaper being a nuisance, shooting a pylon. We should have been timing this.
I know, right? Got to do some math.
I do like this from Kier. Trying to abuse the fact that it's a 3-spawn map and Creator will be lacking information. He's going for a Marauder opening again. It got him to the finals, and this is a different flavor of Marauder opening, but still Marauders nonetheless.
It is. Really, really fast upgrade. Let's see what Creator does against it. This is not the first time he's faced this either. So he does have 2 shield batteries coming up. It's almost, I mean, he's, oh, and a Cyclone. Okay. Oh, I like that. Dude, Cyclone Concussive Shell Marauder push.
Yeah.
That's dirty.
It is very dirty. And I do have to say, like, Creator's done a good job keeping his units at home, not, like, considering the fact that he could have potentially lost one to a Marauder, and he may actually lose this Adept now, because he was busy chasing down this Reaper. That's unfortunate.
Not the end of the world, but definitely pretty sad.
Yeah.
So the mobility of the blink is nice here. Because if you catch a concussive shell shot and get slowed, you can still blink away from the Marauders and hopefully not get chased down and killed too fast.
Yes.
Siege tanks coming in. Man, I love all this heavy hitty stuff.
Oh,
Marauders,
man, it's crazy.
Cyclones, siege tanks. None of those wussy Marines.
Yeah, this is Cure making 100% use of his production. He's like, give me all the things. Creator did send in a hallucinated Phoenix, and he saw that, so he warps in some Stalkers immediately. We'll see if he still goes for this third base. Like, okay, he is just sending out a probe. Because he... Okay, well, he knows where his opponent is now, but where's this probe going then? Where are you going, guy?
Sneaky plans?
A Dark Shrine's on the way. Okay. I like this from Creator. He knows his opponent is getting aggressive, which means he cannot go for a third base, but he can potentially go for a quick and dirty win. But man, oh man, he is going to be hoping that Dark Shrine builds very, very quickly. As
That's not what it does, Laughing Games. It builds slow.
It does build very, very slowly. We'll see if Cure is going to save scan energy to potentially scan Dark Templar that are trying to save Creator's bacon, but Creator just needs to delay. The Dark Shrine is 20 seconds away from completion.
Sounds like a short amount of time, but it is a long time right now.
It is an eternity in StarCraft 2 time, particularly when half of Creator's production is at the natural, which Cure is rolling on up at now. The Dark Shrine is just about to finish up. The Immortal, the Sentries, the Stalkers trying to buy time. A second Immortal finishes up. And, I mean,
where are the DTs?
There isn't any warping in yet. 2 gateways did just die. So Creator has literally 1 gateway right now. He's warping in 1 DT. It is a defensive DT, but there should be a scan. And there's the scan. The DT's gone. Enjoy your next one in 14 seconds, Creator.
Yeah, it's over. Wow. What an attack from Cure. That even got scouted by Creator. Creator was like, so you're doing this?
Yeah, the Dark Shrine just... too slow to produce.
And there were scans anyway. Like, what were we doing exactly?
GG.
Huh.
Well done by Cure.
I'm just not sure what the plan was exactly. Like, you're going to make 3 DTs and win?
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's all. All right. Well, Cure ties it up. See, this is what happens. Cure gets embarrassed a little bit and then comes back and has a build that just absolutely crushes Creator into a fine paste. Good golly, Cure. See, this is the guy that won a GSL. This is the guy that people are like, oh, he's figured it out.
Yeah.
He's not always this guy, but when he is, he's this guy.
That's the Cure thing. Like, sometimes it's almost boring watching his game because he just kills people so effectively.
Sometimes does. What a monster. Man. Yeah, that time the Protoss is like,
I appear to have died. Okay, both players are ready, so we will load into game number 3 of this best of 7. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. If you guys haven't already, make a soup account. If you're just being a lurker, the only lurkers belong to Zerg. Just say hi in chat, that kind of thing, and we'll say hi back. Yeah,
you can ask us questions. You
we
can
don't
say,
bite.
Laughing Games, what is your favorite soup? And he'll tell you that it is salmon chowder.
We do. We really having a blank on the word, but we embrace all questions and
ooh, yeah, we do
sort of things. Anyway, in the upper right, it is Cure.
Let's try to radiate those lurkers. Brood War times, man. Bottom left, it is Creator. Man, imagine if a radiating lurker did force it to unburrow. That would be crazy. It's dying anyway, but if it was forced to come up out of the ground at this time, woof. Woof, woof, woof.
Creator goes for a probe scout.
As one does. Whether it's a scout or whether it is some kind of harassment, it's all the same with the probe. Probe can do many things.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nicely done. I wonder if this probe is going to survive. Will it regen shields? It begins regenerating shields. It does get stabbed, though. Run, probe.
And shields coming. No, yes, one. And shields are coming back fast, and he gets out of there.
That is so frustrating as Kier.
Yo. Look at that. 4 shields. Back into more shield action. Let's go. Yeah, the game determining when shields should be regenning is interesting.
We do have a bunker up at the front from Kier. That is always good. But, like, losing that SCV at the start of the game actually just sucks. That sucks so hard as the Terran.
100%.
Like, he's got 20 SCVs right now. That's 5% of his economy gone. Just... Kier is producing 2 Hellions.
Ooh, 3 shots on the SCVs, man. Oh,
Run!
don't what?
Oh,
Dude, you had like 0 health. Why did you come out? That was dumb.
Okay, Kier is going to try and kill this Adept. Another Adept does roll on up, but I think the Terran should still win this fight.
Yeah, there's 2 Hellions.
Nice
And
repair.
the repair is awesome, too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, but the get out of there with 0 hit points. Like the faintest shade of red. In
Literally
that
1 HP.
bar. Yep. You can barely see anything in there. Incredible. Look at that design, too. That's so cool. It's just like the faintest hint of red in the gray there. Man. Look at it. Just barely can tell the difference. A colorblind person's going to hate that. Anyway.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Although there is a colorblind mode in StarCraft 2. Maybe that's one of the things it fixes.
Hmm.
Okay, Kier lurking with 2 Hellions ready to dive in. And then a Medivac full of Widow Mines ready to hit that natural. There's 2 Stalkers, but a few more come on down. So Kier makes the very mature decision just to retreat.
Yep. Recognizes not for me.
Sacrificial
I don't
Adept.
have to go in there.
Oh, he does grab the probe, so a nice little delay on the Nexus. Creator's up to 800 minerals, 900 minerals.
Creator, buddy.
Okay.
That's a good use of minerals.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice. Widow Mine snipe. Losing a Stalker for it, though. Could have been better. Could have been worse. And getting a Widow Mine
That
for
other
it is
mine
also
should run
pretty
away,
good.
probably.
Yeah, should. He doesn't know there's an observer, though. And probe down. And out of there. Nice. Just casual.
And Creator goes charge. A Raven that has built up enough energy for 2 auto turrets is on its way over to the main base of Creator. Hellions are still alive from the early game and are lurking as well. In goes the Raven, double auto turrets. But the firing isn't synced up, so they do not actually kill a single probe.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Gotta get that sinking in.
Okay, Hellions try their luck at the third base. They get 3 probes.
Okay, so we're adding up here. Not bad.
And that Cyclone gun is looking right at us.
It is. It's threatening us. I don't like it. Kira, tell it to stop.
Ah, look away. Okay, Creator maintaining his presence with Blink Stalkers to try and slow his opponent down. Does get a Marine. Doing some very fancy footwork. Almost gets a Marauder. Meanwhile, a Prism goes into the main base. A very early attack with the Prism. So it does get rebuffed. Oh, Immortal, you are not an observer.
What's going on? Just on his own little magical mystery tour over here.
He is intentionally doing this to pick it up? No, that's an accident.
I mean, he's not dead, so that's nice. Just enjoying this side of the map now. Look at these trees. Hey, look, a base. I've successfully scouted the base. Now what do I do?
Creator's
Scout
like,
another base. Maybe join the rest of my friends. Mortals aren't exactly solo creatures.
Good
Especially
observer.
not when this is happening. Yeah, definitely. Here we go.
Now,
Splash damage available, nothing. All right, let's try this again. Got more stuff this time. Zealot charging, tank gets sniped out, falls back, Guardian Shield helping.
wow,
One
a blink.
Colossus. Good force field too.
The numbers,
Okay.
though, were pretty good for Creator, and it shows as the Terran just couldn't contend with all that Protoss.
Nope. Cure choosing to engage in there was probably a bad idea. He's got some reinforcing dudes coming up. Chase us into these Widow Mines, they say. Come up on this high ground, they say. Colossus without range. Man, Protoss are really willing to engage with Colossus without range today.
Good Widowmine hit. It
Gosh.
even softens up the Colossus, but beautiful save by Creator, lifting it into the Prism.
Another Colossus is here. Is that range not being Chrono Boost? Why is it taking so long?
He's Chrono
It is not
Boosting
being
plus
Chrono
2
Boost.
instead.
Oh boy. All right. I still think range is good.
The first 2 Vikings are being produced by Kier. However, he's not in the most comfortable position. The Protoss has a army that he can't presently deal with easily. Because if Kier tries to engage this, Creator can always just fall back and get some nice pickoffs on the retreat. The Protoss, meanwhile, does have 4 bases up, so his economy is quite superior compared to his opponent. There's the Dark Shrine once again. Creator wants to redeem himself. Colossus do tag a couple Marauders. Good pull back by Kier, but this is a difficult spot for the Terran. Like, he either has to pull the trigger and charge on into this, this being 17 Zealots and 3 Sentries to drop force fields. There's also now a 4th Colossus out for the Protoss. That's going to make life much more difficult. Beautiful EMPs from Kier. He also keeps the ghosts alive, which is quite nice. As I say that, Creator does some fancy footwork and grabs one.
Caster Jinx.
Yep, totally.
Kier's not panicking and lifting off that orbital. I like to see that. He is repairing it, though.
He was almost being a little too cool with that. It's like, this thing's fine.
Got into the orange.
Not to worry, we're still flying half a ship. Okay, turrets are up for the Terran. One in the main, one just to catch prisms. But the problem is there's no units to catch potential DTs, so that could be problematic. Kier is sitting back, just building up his army. He's got 6 Vikings to take on 4 Colossus, which is not enough. He's on 3 bases compared to 5 of Creator, as the 5th Nexus does get thrown down. Kier needs to react to those Zealots, but at the same time, Creator's going to seize the day and charge on in. A Disruptor Nova forces the Terran's army back. Zealots in the natural base are going to get cleaned up, so it's not the biggest deal in the world.
Oh, Colossus attacking the Orbital's not good. SCV's dying is nice, though. Vikings getting big-time hits off on these 4 Colossus, as you mentioned previously. Kiting back and back and back and back here. Cure is chasing forever.
He chased this so far. Creator was just backing up, but he does end up losing all his Colossus. 1 Disruptor does get a decent connection, but now Vikings are landing to help out against the Stalkers. Zealots warping in, but they're a little disjointed with the rest of the army. Still, though, Kier lost 24 SCVs. His 3rd base was gutted. He needs to get damage done.
And he is interested in doing a bit of a recall. It doesn't catch everybody. They did reduce that recall radius a while ago. Creator's got a 5th base coming up over at that 9 o'clock position, replacing some of his Colossus. Armor value is 74. Not the best, but also not that bad. And you're right. I think Cure needs to get some damage done, and he's just not doing it. He is just falling back to protect what he has.
This is what he did against Classic in game. I'm not sure what game, but in the previous series, he lost a bunch of workers on a defense, and he could have potentially counterattacked, but then he didn't. And he ended up losing that game, so it's interesting that he'd try to do this again. It's a very, very strange decision, but maybe it's just the way he thinks is the best path forward, just to build up a massive Terran army and hope for perhaps a second good fight.
And then maybe go for the hammer after that, yeah.
DT Zealots inside the main base of Cure. Disruptors are tossing out Novas. They actually miss. And, I mean, that one does get something done, but clearly these players are busy inside the main base. There needs to be a scan to kill the DT, but there is no such scan because Cure has been trying to rebuild his economy on mules. There's a scan, finally. EMP is going down.
Yeah, getting some decent hits there again. Ghosts are dying. A big group on the right side gets killed. Creator, I don't think can get in here, but this economy situation is so bad for Cure. He's not getting a 4th base. Mules are good.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're this good.
Like, Creator just warped in 10 Zealots. He's up to 12 gateways. He's got +3 attack on the way. And then he is, yeah, just playing it out still. 5 bases to 3, even though the main's mining out, the natural's mining out. Yet Cure goes for 3-3, which indicates he plans on being in this game for another 2 minutes at least.
Absolutely. He started the upgrades. He believes in the future. Take this, Rocks. Haven't been able to finish the Terran yet. My aggression will come out on you.
Okay, the Creator's going up this ramp. This seems like a terrible decision.
Yeah, kind of commits to it, and then not really.
Yeah, retreating away from that is a much better decision. We'll see if Kira is eventually going to float his main over. As, like, I know you can turtle on fewer bases than Protoss for a bit, but you do eventually have to get something, right?
God, Disruptor zoning out again, and just good hit on a Ghost there as well.
Okay, this is it. Kier trying to take a nice fight, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think, for the Terran. There's mass DTs on top of the Terran bio, and Kier just took too much damage to play this one out in this fashion. GG.
Yeah, GG indeed. Very careful play there from Creator. Won a couple battles, didn't try to overextend it. Smart move. And then Cure just not... He had a nice army advantage after that last battle. Didn't push it. Didn't get any damage on the other side of the map at all. And then that was it. He was done. So that is a GG. You're up 2-1 now for Creator in this best of 7. It's now going to be Cure's map pick. And what one heck of an incredible game there. I mean, it wasn't an hour insane PvT, but those are hard to come by. Maybe we'll get one in this series, but 15 minutes. Sure felt like a pretty solid macro game in the end.
Yeah, we have had some solid macro games today.
And some really sneaky cheese, too, which is nice to mix it up.
Yes, the cheese has been entertaining.
He's quite sublime.
Maybe we'll go to a Game 7 like in Kier's previous series, and he'll go for Proxy Marauders again.
Maybe. All right, we're on Maganatha for map number 3 here in our best of 7. Thanks for being here again. Appreciate it. Again, feel free to let us know if you have any feedback for us, or let us know who you think is going to win in this series. Because, I mean, being at 2-1 right now, kind of hard to tell, right? Cures looked really good. Creators looked really good.
That would be awesome if Creator won this. I don't know if he's ever won one of our events or not.
I can look that up real quick after this introduction.
All right.
The bottom right of Maganatha. It's a red Terran. It's Cure.
And in the upper left, it's Creator. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning on in to this event. Make sure to follow the stream, click the like button, and if you do enjoy the commentary, you can check out Falcon's channel for Brood War and also Starcraft 2. And if you happen to like bots, you can check out my channel for bot games.
For all of the bots, yes.
Very detailed probe scout from Creator. He sent out 2 probes.
I like it. He doesn't want to get caught by surprise here at all.
He also has a second gas on the way. This is not an innocent scouting probe. This is a, I'm going to proxy Tempest you, if I had to guess.
I haven't seen that in a while. That's a lot of fun.
I mean, there's so much space on this map.
True. So you're right. Creator has never won one of our events. He has taken 2nd place.
Including the Africa Worlds?
Including the Africa Worlds.
And he's probably played in like a dozen.
Yeah, definitely. He's taken 2nd place like 5 or 6 times.
Okay. Today,
so he's been close.
Today could be the day for Creator.
Could be.
The man is so determined, despite not having the most success in StarCraft 2 for, well, it's been 13 years since that 2nd place. Reaper comes on in, sees the lack of Nexus, and Cure should be immediately panicking, so we have a bunker on the way. There is an Adept on the way for Creator. That can be useful for just pressuring the Terran, using it for vision. Do we get a fleet beacon next is the question.
Goodness, that would be awesome. That would be so cool.
It's got to be, right? No, it's an Oracle. Okay. Classic Protoss build. And then, yeah, it's just got to be an Oracle into Expo then. Proxy Oracle. This build used to be so common. The Oracle is on the way out. Looks like he's actually just searching for that Reaper. Realizing he has nothing back at home to defend against it. That's an interesting choice, but it will allow him to kill that.
Yeah, definitely. Oracle hunting him down. Bam! Lets him... Ooh. Gets recharged by the Nexus. That's a... I love that animation. That was nice.
Yeah.
Jolming says we've cursed him now.
I'm sorry, Creator. We'll see if this Phoenix gets out, as Cure knows where the Stargate is and wants to shut it down. That Phoenix, if it pops out, it needs to fly a different direction, and it does. Terran fires up a command center on the low ground, so it was a significant delay. Like, Creator's got his natural done, whereas the Terran is just building theirs. The Protoss just needs to have a solid defense against any sort of harassment that comes his way. He is repositioning towards that main base. There is no battery in the main, just one at the natural. So these Marines could very well have some success. At the same time, it is high-stakes commitment from Kure. There is 2 Phoenix that can potentially kill this Medivac. Oracle comes on in, but he has to wait for the rest of his units. Probes running in circles. And yeah, this is a commitment from Kure, so he will lose this Medivac, I think.
Trying to unload and save it, but no, Oracle's great in that situation, and the whole thing gets shut down. Cloak Banshee on the follow-up is fun. Blink Stalkers as a counter to the Cloak Banshee is also very fun.
Yeah, 5 probes died to that, which does mean the players have a reasonably close worker count. And then Creator is still down quite a bit of army supply, despite killing a full Medivac of Marines. He's down an army supply, which does not bode well for the Protoss. So he's going for a Templar Archives to try and buy time. Is Kure going to give it to him? This Templar Archives is 10 seconds from completion, but researching Psystorm takes oh so much longer. And Kure, I mean, he's got 3 Cyclones out of 2 tanks. We could very well be seeing the boys get pulled here. And there's Creator finally starting Psystorm. He's busy dealing with this Banshee inside his main base. Oracle and Phoenix will shut it down quite quickly, but the Templar Archives has been scouted.
That's interesting he went for the Banshee, because he knew he had the Phoenix Oracle, right? He knew he had the answer for it, and then he went in there anyway.
Okay, here we go.
I guess got some kills, but yeah, here comes the attack. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that's really, really harder to hold off.
Okay, some more harassment. Disrupts Creator's economy. Creator's only halfway to having Psystorm, and a good Stasis Ward does catch the Cyclones.
Oh, that's big. That's a big part of the composition here from Kure.
Oh, what is Creator
fighting
doing?
Until it dies, engages in, snipes. Is that a Raven that got sniped?
A Banshee, I believe.
Okay.
Very interesting choice from the Protoss. Just maybe thinking that's the best trade I'm possibly going to get. I mean, he lifts the tank, but 1 Phoenix will not kill this tank. 2 Marines are shooting at them, so he needs to abandon that. There is
should
another...
lift and kill the Marines, yeah.
Yeah, that definitely would be the better choice, but Creator moves forward. He's got 1 High Templar, but High Templar are slow to engage. The Archon goes down. A Psystorm does get dropped as the Phoenix come in and lift up the tanks, but then the Phoenix go down and the tanks land. And this is a nasty, nasty contain that Kure is setting up. Probe's not mining at the natural. There's no detection for Creator.
Yeah, the Oracle's dead. Banshee getting some free hits there. Creator just blinks in, but it is ill-fated.
Yeah, that's a desperate attempt by Creator. GG. Kure ties it up 2-2.
Dang. We got a good one here, folks. These 2 players. Yeah, Kure. What an attack.
Oh, no,
it seems like when he decisively goes for something like that, it really turns out for him. He knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But these games where he's kind of like, I'm just going to macro up and kind of get 4 bases and sort of do whatever, is like, that's not as good. Huh. All right, we're on Persephone for the next map here. Again, curious to see how this one goes, but my goodness. Yeah, when Kure is decisive, has a plan, that's when he's the scariest.
Yeah. And sometimes that's the best way to deal with a cheesy Protoss. Just go kill the son of a gun. There's the happy beeping noises.
We are indeed happy. Persephone, really fun map. Again, got that fun healing zone, which nobody's used today, but that's okay. They still have some time.
All right, and here we have him tying up the series. It's Liquid Cure.
And in the bottom left, our blue Protoss player. His name is Creator.
I mean,
Creator, the Burninator.
it's a pretty good nickname.
Uh-huh.
Those of you Protoss players that were wondering if Proxy Oracle is a good build or not, you need not wonder anymore. Thanks to Creator in that previous game. Like, he proxied an Oracle, and then he literally just sent it home to kill a Reaper.
I mean, march to the beat of your own drum, I guess.
Creator is chasing the high of that probe kill he got earlier, but that's a 1 in 1,000 or something.
It really is. But, you know, chasing that dragon, when you catch it again, it's pretty awesome. Even if it is 1 in 1,000 attempts.
Ooh,
It's the challenge, right? You were talking about the challenge before the stream started. The challenge in video games. Right? So maybe he just likes the challenge.
Yeah, it's true. I do not like easy video games. I prefer losing to winning.
There you go. Because then it's more satisfying when you do win.
Mm-hmm. And you learn more.
Exactly.
I think I annoyed some of my friends a little bit when we were playing Civilization. Because I'm like, oh, let's just turn the difficulty up really high on this AI we're playing. And then it just stomped us.
Oh boy. And you were like, ah, perfect.
I'm like, this is great. I'm fighting for my life here.
It's what ladder is all about. Ladder's about fighting for your life.
It is, yeah. Yeah, I got into ladder a little bit a couple weeks ago. Like, I was having like some pretty regular ladder sessions. It was a good time. I need to get back into that. Adept. Feeling the heat from these Hellions, it does complete a shade, but I think it needs to make like a quick turn left or right as they are pursuing. And it does duck into that hidden location. Oh, look at this, the healing zone.
Yay, we did it.
Oh, that is so smart from Kier.
Do it.
The Protoss didn't do it, but...
No. He might.
Oh, look at this. This is 4 Hellions as well. And the third base was... Well, the Nexus is at the third base because there's no... Oh, no. If this Adept dies, that is disastrous. Okay, he's just going for the probes. A wall gets placed down. Beautifully done by Creator to lock those Hellions in as the second Adept shows up, but the damage... does get paused. The Hellions are trying to juke out the Adepts, and he does successfully. Creator lets that shade finish. That is a massive mistake. He's now warping in a Stalker. Great warping, by the way, and the fact that it's a unit, not a building, means he can run these probes around. So Creator digs himself into a hole and tries, well, gets dug into a hole by Kira, I guess, but then tries to recover. And probes... need to be careful.
It's softened up a little bit, but not dead, and good scout, too. I mean, the Hellion gets in, sees everything that's going on.
Follow up, 7 Marine drop.
Awesome.
But, yeah, third is on the way for Creator already. So if he can defend this drop, he'll be in a fairly decent position, I believe. but his adepts are out of position. He only has 1 sentry. The Marines are all unloading as well, out of view of Creator. Creator sees this now. Okay, he drops a force field. Stalkers are 10 seconds away from blink. One of them will go down, but 3 adepts shading in may save the day. And it's not the worst damage in the world. Kier salvages his bunker. And he's going for a push. Just 1 tank, 13 Marines, and a Cyclone. A Banshee will be joining this.
I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it's a strong push. Like, I think Creator should be able to defend this as long as he warps in units consistently for, well, the next couple warp-ins. Because he does have Blink. It's like there's no upgrades on these units, so Kier is just staying at home. Like, Creator needs to scout this, though. And his Observer has come home. He's building probes.
Cannot scout it at all. Noted.
The Robo's been silent. No Immortal being produced. Okay, there we go. Stalkers moving out are going to intercept this. And there's still a fair bit of ground for Kier to cover.
Yeah, it's a bigger map that way. And from top to bottom, it does take a minute.
Okay.
So he's making Immortals. That charge is going to finish up here pretty soon.
Oh, he just goes
Tank.
for it. Blinks on a tank. Well done, Creator.
Yeah, that tank sieges up and Creator jumps on it immediately, picking off some reinforcing dudes coming across here too. That's a nice move.
That is very,
Kier's
very
not
nice.
sure what to do. He's like, wait, do I push anyway? I guess I do.
Yeah, do I push this natural / third base? There's the Immortal. A few Zealots are being warped in. These Adepts going down is unfortunate. A few SCVs are here. Probes are just getting pulled on top of the tank, but there's so many Stalkers coming on in. The tank does get focused down, and this looks like a decent hold from the Protoss.
These Marines are good, but they're not that good. They don't have any medevac support here.
Oh, the Banshee's killing so many probes.
It is on the other side of it. This Immortal trying to take out these Marines. Not the best fight. More Marines come in and a siege tank.
Oh
this
my
was
gosh.
looking like a hold, but suddenly he's losing a lot.
This is dragging out. The Protoss needs to shut this down.
Yeah, 21 probes died. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's painful.
Yeah, finally the Terran goes home, but he's done a massive amount of damage to the economy of the Protoss. Ichingo says that Creator is dead.
Oh, man.
I don't know, man.
He's going to try and counterattack. Kier's got so many Marines out, though, to buffer for this, and, like, Marines don't necessarily need stim to be killers. The Banshees reposition. They juke out or Creator actually pulled the Stalkers away to bring them in for the push. He doesn't have any gas, so he can't warp in more Stalkers. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster for Creator.
Yeah, this is falling apart for him real bad.
Oh,
More
this is
probe
heartbreaking.
deaths on the Banshees, most effective Banshees in the history of the Soup Starcraft Global. Holy smokes, they are crushing so many probes there.
Oh, Zealots and an Immortal getting unloaded in the front of that. He does kill the third of Kier, but he needs to go home now, I think. Like, he needs to go home and frantically prepare for a defense. But no, he doesn't have the probes.
Oh, no, he recognizes that's not happening.
GG.
All right, man. Dude.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, man.
It is. Again, these little timing attacks that Cure's showing up with that Creator's not quite ready for, and just getting so much damage done with it consistently. That's the thing Creator needs to work on. He needs to have better vision of when Cure starts moving out with these weird timing pushes with weird compositions and at least know they're coming.
He was
He didn't
ready.
see this one until it was halfway across the map.
Yeah, he didn't see it as early as he could have, but, like, I don't know. I looked at all the stuff he had and the way that fight kind of started, like getting that tank. And I'm like, okay, he should be able to clean this up. And then he just, like, he was targeting down the tank and the Banshee that was being repaired by the SCVs. So the Marines were getting value. Maybe he should have just fought the Marines.
Maybe. And those Banshees that got into his main base and did a ton of damage to the probes too should have been taken care of. There's just a lot to worry about. Yeah.
And he didn't handle it quick enough.
Nope.
Like, it's not easy to do, but...
I mean, that's your job.
Yep, it is literally his job.
You are a pro StarCraft player. That's your job. All right, man. Cure's one game away from walking away with this thing. He was down 2-0 to Classic, and he's clawed his way back to being one game away from winning the whole thing. Like, what a comeback story from him here.
Yeah. Yeah, really. His PVT has been getting tested today.
As he knew it would.
Okay. In the upper left, playing pretty well today, it's Cure.
And in the right, it is the Protoss. His name is Creator.
Man, you can see kind of like a reflection in this.
Oh, yeah. The thing that the Nexus is on is like a reflective surface.
Yeah, that's weird. I
That
wonder
is so fancy.
like it moves as we look around.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think like it looks like a reflection, but I think it's actually glass. And the way that the game's handling this, I think there's just like an object down there, because as I move the camera, we can sort of see it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
believe
you're
that's
right.
just transparent.
Cool.
StarCraft 2 map makers are heroes. If
They work hard.
If I was to make the maps, they'd just be like all like 2 colors and squares and circles. What are you doing, creator?
Like, while waiting for a Cure to come kill me is not working.
Okay.
Okay, it's just scouts in. It's like, hey, look, it's a Rex at home. I'm not getting proxy maraudered. Good information to have.
Cure just goes for the 1 Reaper, then a reactor in factory. We'll see what sort of tech he's going to make. Creator, meanwhile, tucks the 1 probe inside his main base, because, you know, if you leave that at your natural, the Reaper will kill it.
Cure really enjoys this. Like, his favorite
does.
thing to do is attack pylons. He's never going to kill it, but by golly. Therapeutic. Releases stress. I guess it'd be pretty rewarding in real life to be shooting at something that has this big glowy shield on it, and then you shoot it enough that the shield
totally.
goes away. You're like, I got through the shield. Yes.
Your monkey brain would be so hyped. Like, just enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I bet that's all it is.
Something primal about destroying a magic rock.
Big glowy thing. Yeah. Shield battery means no probes will die. Reaper knows that. Good
Yeah.
scout.
All
Heads
right.
home.
Carry on.
Shield battery, good unit.
A medivac drop boosting towards Creator's natural. It's pretty cut and dry that the Protoss just needs to get in position for a defense. However, not all his units are in position. He's building a battery at his natural, but it is too late. Creator is repositioning, but this is going to be some lost mining time. The Widow Mine will take time to be dealt with as well. So this really hurts for the Protoss. It's not a ton of probes dying, but it is a lot of lost mining time.
And how? It's why you do it. Even if you don't kill 100 probes, it still hurts the economy of the Protoss. There's like literally no way the Protoss can handle. Well, I guess you can. You can handle it perfectly, and then you don't have any lost mining time, but that's a lot to ask.
Yeah, you've mainly just got to have units there.
Yeah,
in the
units
first
in the
place.
exact position where the medevac is coming in, and that's hard enough.
Like, yeah, like there's a bit of a guessing game. Creator put his stalkers in his main, and that was just it. He took a bit more damage than if they were in his natural. He's not dead by any means, and we'll see, as he did rebuild that shield battery in his natural, which is very important, as Kier does have a Banshee moving around.
I mean, they got a lot of damage in the last game. Might as well make some more.
Yeah, Kier's really liked Banshees today. Okay, in goes the Banshee. Creator is busy microing on the other side of the map, blinking in and going for the throat. He grabs a tank, a medivac, and a bunker, which isn't half bad. However, he does
Marines
need to
getting picked off too.
Yeah, he does need to deal with that Banshee, though.
Gonna take down the shield Oh, it does. It gets the shield battery, and is like, aha, future attacks will be more effective now.
Yeah, I mean, the shield battery in some weird way did do its job.
You know, you're right. Even if it's just tanking damage, it's still preventing damage from it getting onto the probes. Dude, that's awesome.
Well done, shield battery. And Creator rebuilds it. Well done, Creator. Okay, 2 base Protoss. Or pardon me, a third is on the way against a Terran with a third on the way. Creator is going for that Templar Archives. Maybe we'll see some High Templar usage on the level that Classic did in the previous series.
Yeah, I haven't seen it here in Creators games, have we?
There's the Chrono Boost on that Templar Archives. Energy recharge already being used to ensure there's a High Templar with lots and lots of energy. Zelnaga gets parked on by a probe, so that's some nice vision. And another probe. I love that Creator does this, because I do this too. Because if I use the F2 key, they leave the tower.
That's true. Probes are not bound to F2.
Okay, as Zealot sees the move out.
Yeah, there we go. And here comes the move out. It's different again. Marine
Storm
siege
is done.
tanks.
Charge is 25 seconds away from completion. There's big potential for Creator. He needs to buy just like 20 seconds. He can drop
There we go.
Psystorm now,
That'll
and he
help.
does, but he doesn't really want to charge forward, well, without literal charge.
And it's done. All right, so we got charge lots. Do we want to engage into the siege tanks? Kind of. I guess we
This
do.
is a little indecisive, but he's going to go for it. Kira's splitting his bio fairly decently. The tanks are going to fall, but there's so much bio left over. As Creator gets the Prism out of there, he's got an Immortal by a battery. That thing needs to start backing up. A Templar does get warped on in. Is there an energy recharge? Yes, there is. Can we see a clutch storm? That's a pretty good storm.
Oh, that's huge. Second storm, amazing too. Did Creator just not die there? I thought he was going to die there.
I mean, there's always more Terran bio. That's the thing with a macro machine like Cure.
Yeah, you can focus those tanks all you want, but a bunch of Marines and Marauders left over damaging the tank is. Wow.
I mean, he's got more High Templar. So that may give Kier some pause, and that's exactly what it's doing. Like, Kier's like, oh, there's probably more Storm, so he's not pushing it as much as he potentially could have.
There's always another storm.
It feels like that. There not necessarily always is, but now there is. There's more Storm now, but yeah. Kier just elects to sit back and play this one out. Which did cost him games earlier, I will say. So, who knows? The ghost being added on is very nice for the Terran, though. A Colossus for Creator, that's a big deal. The Terran has yet to start any Viking production.
Raider kind of sharking. There you go. Sharking around this left side. Blink dodges. A Widow Mine kills it. Gives Kier some time to respond. High ground. Let's not go up there. 'Tis a silly place.
No extended thermal lance being researched on this Colossus.
Ooh, Banshee attack down south?
Yep.
Yeah.
The Banshee returns. And it's gone. Kier lands a 4th base.
Yeah, he's maxed out. He's got 80 workers. He's pumping Vikings 2 at a time, working on 2-2 for his Marines and Marauders. He's looking good.
Yeah, the Terran is moving across the map. Creator does see this, drops a force field. Spellcaster usage will be very important here. As in goes the Terran.
The force field. Yeah, nice storms as always. Again, there,
Another
dodging with
big
the
storm.
Vikings. Yeah, Vikings getting free hits on the Colossus, though. The Storm's not actually catching those guys. The Stalkers take them down at the same time. Colossus getting some big hits off. But, man, 90 to 50 army supplier.
Oh,
Nice
no.
CMP probes think about pulling, but that's not a good idea. There's way too much Terran left over here.
Oh, Creator.
And I think that's it. GG Cure. My goodness. After coming, he lost the first 2 games of this tournament. First 2 games. He was 1 game away from going home. And now he's the ultimate winner. What an absolute impressive showing there from Cure. Wow.
Yeah. It was really, really well done by Cure. Like, I'm a little sad for Creator, but we've got to be, we've got to praise Cure. Credit where credit is due. He came back from 0-2 versus Classic to win the whole thing. And, yeah, just great performance, as always.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you got to take Cure seriously. We talk about these times where he kind of looks lost focus or he's feeling a little bit too arrogant, but man, when he's on his game, when he wants to close something out, he can do it. That was amazing. So GG Cure. How many wins is this for Cure for us? Whatever. We'll find the list some other time. Can't dig it out right now.
More than 1. That's
True facts.
Sure. And,
True facts.
Yeah, big thanks to everyone for tuning in today. If you haven't already, subscribe to Falcon Paladin and myself. I'll link our YouTubes there. And yeah, just fun to cast this as always. Big thanks to the players. Big thanks to Falcon for joining me as always. And yeah, big thanks to you guys for watching. We'll be back in roughly 2 weeks' time with another event. And yeah, so follow the stream, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and I mean, thanks for the 50 gems as well, going to those players donated by Phoenix.
Yeah, thanks as always, Phoenix.
I'll be back in probably another couple of weeks. Been pretty consistent.
Yeah, take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.